Hello Aquarius, Sun Rising and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. How does Aquarius currently view this relationship? Aquarius, so we do have the Nine of Pentacles, we do have the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Empress, okay? The bottom of the deck, we do have the Chariot, we also have the Eight of Wands, and then we also have the Three of Wands. You know, the first thing that came to my mind is don't get used to it. Let me explain. Currently at the moment, I see you very focused on yourself right now. For some of you, you might be single moms, you might be single dads. I am definitely getting that, for a lot of you out there. But, right now, I just kind of see you, very focused on you. Nine of Pentacles does definitely represent single energy. So currently at the moment, it does appear to me that you are very much so single and very focused on yourself. I think that you've definitely become accustomed to, not relying on anybody or depending on absolutely anybody for absolutely anything. And it kind of looks like that's just how you've been basically living your life, since you've, been single. It's just solely focusing on you, not relying on anybody or depending on anyone. But I feel like that's about to change very, very soon. And that's kind of why I got the message, don't get used to it. Because even though you might be used to being single and alone and not depending on anybody or relying on anybody and doing absolutely everything by yourself, I think that's about to change once this person enters your life. Now, you're showing up as an Empress. This person is basically showing up as the Emperor. So that is definitely a true pair situation that we're seeing here between you and this person. So you guys are very compatible to one another. Once you meet this person, you're not going to be facing life by yourself anymore. Although it's something that you may have become, used to as far as, doing everything by yourself, not relying on not relying on anyone or depending on absolutely anyone for absolutely anything. That's about to change the moment that you basically meet this person. For some of you, you could already find yourself connecting with this person. For others of you, you might find yourself connecting with this person very soon. This relationship between the two of you, one thing that I am definitely getting is that you might end up meeting them online, because I am definitely getting there's distance between you and this person. This relationship is starting off with distance involved. So you might end up meeting this person online. That's a possibility. This person might be a single mom or a single dad as well. I am definitely getting that. Or maybe they just want to have kids one day. I am getting that. So the both of you could be single mom, not, you know what I mean? Like this person could be a single mom. You could be a single dad, vice versa. But I am definitely getting that you guys are more than likely going to meet one another online is basically what I'm getting. Or they're going to live at a distance from you. One or the other. How does this person currently view their relationship with Aquarius? So we do have the Queen of Pentacles. We do have the High Priestess. And then we also have the Two of Cups out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Ten of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. And then we also have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so prior to essentially meeting you, I don't necessarily feel like this person had the best of luck, when it came down to love. I am definitely getting that there was somebody that they were in a relationship with prior to essentially meeting you that they thought that they were going to spend the rest of their life with, but unfortunately it kind of looks like things just didn't work out between these two. But I feel like ever since then, they didn't necessarily have the best of luck when it came down to love, and that's drastically changing now that you're basically in this person's life, especially because you are someone that they're very compatible with, somebody that they mesh very well with, somebody that they can see themselves building and establishing and creating a life with. How does Aquarius currently feel about this relationship? So we do have the Judgment card to the Five of Pentacles, and then we also have the World out here. I feel like your love life is about to, drastically change. I think that it's going to drastically change for the better. Same applies for this person. It kind of looks like the both of you didn't necessarily have the best of luck when it came down to love. I am definitely getting that. Like, although you may have wanted, someone that you could build and establish a life with, I don't necessarily feel like you ever found that perfect person for you. But that's about to change the moment that you meet this person. Same applies for them. In other words, they're going to give you every reason to want to take them seriously, and you're going to give them every reason to want to take you seriously, which will ultimately lead to the two of you having a very serious relationship with one another, Aquarius. How does this person feel about their relationship with Aquarius? You are somebody who's definitely going to capture this person's complete and undivided attention when this person does meet you, because they will, and you will definitely meet them as well. I do see this person getting rid of all of their options and not entertaining anybody else but you. You are definitely going to capture this person's complete and undivided attention. All they want to do, spend time with you and talk to you and basically get to know you. As far as all these other options that they have floating around them, I don't see them entertaining anybody else, talking to anybody else, or wanting, to spend time with anybody else but you is basically what I'm getting. So you're going to have this person's complete and undivided attention. I am definitely getting that. This person's getting rid of their options willingly. It's not because you're telling them to get rid of their options. They're just going to do it willingly is basically what I'm getting. What actions will this person take towards Aquarius or moving forward? Okay. So we have the Queen of Wands, we do have the Devil, and then we also have the Two of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Swords, and then we also have the Sun. I am definitely getting, once the two of you do meet one another, this person's going to find themselves trying their hardest to really figure out what it is that you're looking for, what is it that you want. Because I feel like this person, for whatever reason, is under the impression that maybe, just maybe, you aren't looking for anything serious. Maybe, just maybe, you're not ready to essentially settle down. I'm not entirely sure what's leading this person to think and believe that maybe, just maybe, you're not ready for anything serious, or you're looking for anything serious. But I don't know, let's see. What actions will Aquarius take towards this person or moving forward? I don't know what's causing this person to think, believe, and feel this way, because you are definitely someone who's going to find yourself seeing a future here with this person, as well as wanting a future, with this person. I just don't see you pushing for that. And I think that that's what's honestly causing this person to think and believe that you may not even want anything serious, or you're probably not looking for anything serious because you're not pushing for that. With this person in particular, I think this person is used to people pushing for a full-blown committed relationship with them, and the fact that you're not doing that is causing this person to think, believe, and feel like maybe, just maybe, that's not what you essentially want. Because if that's what you wanted, why aren't you pushing for it? Why aren't you bringing it up in conversations, things of that nature? What's going to end up happening between Aquarius and this person? We have the Knight of Pentacles, we got the Justice card, and then we also have the Star. All right, so here's the thing. I don't see you pushing for more out of them in your relationship with them. You kind of have the mentality of, whatever happens, happens. If it leads to something serious, then it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But you're not going to push for that, whatsoever. So I see this person basically doing something that they probably never actually done before, which is push for a relationship with a person, because they're just so used to somebody pushing for a relationship with them instead of them being the one to push for a relationship with someone. And it is kind of stemming from a place of them wanting to avoid getting rejected. That's basically why they've never actually pushed for a relationship with absolutely anyone. If somebody that they really, really liked wanted to be with them, and they mentioned that to them, and they also mentioned to them that they wanted to be in a relationship with them, they'll turn around and agree. But as far as them being the one to actually push for a full-blown committed relationship, to come out of a situation between them and somebody that they really, really do like, they're not going to do that. And it's out of fear of, getting rejected, basically, more of the story. But I do see this person facing their fears when it comes down to you. I do see this person expressing to you that they do want a serious relationship with you. I do see this person expressing to you that they definitely think that you're the one for them, and that they would like to pursue a relationship with you. And I think that that's what's going to cause the relationship between the two of you to then reach higher levels of commitment, is when they basically push for it, because I don't see you pushing for it. It's something that you want, don't get me wrong, but you're not going to be the one to basically push for a full-blown committed relationship to come out of this entire situation between the two of you. But that's something that I see this person doing, and it's mainly stemming from a place of them essentially feeling these strong, intense emotions for you and wanting more out of you in this dynamic that they share with you, which is influencing this person to, basically face their fears head on. I don't necessarily feel like this person thinks that you're going to turn around and reject them once they do pop the question, but I think that that's something that's going to be in the back of their mind, Aquarius, that you might, turn around and basically reject them, but I don't necessarily feel like you actually will, because I feel like by the time this person does pop the question, they're going to find themselves essentially feeling like you're just as into them as they are into you, and I think that's going to make them feel comfortable enough to pop the question. I just kind of feel like it's going to take some time before they feel comfortable, you know what I mean, enough to pop the question. With the Knight of Pentacles coming out here, that's basically the slowest moving knights out of all the knights, so they will pop the question. It's just going to take some time, because during that time that they're basically going on dates with you, getting to know you, they're just trying to kind of fill you out, just to kind of see if you're as into them as they are into you. And once this person feels like, okay, like, you know, they want me, you know, just as much as I want them, then they'll turn around and basically pop the question. But until then, it kind of looks like this person's just going to sit around and wait for you to push for more out of them, and this dynamic between the two of you, which you never will, because I don't see you doing that, Aquarius, which is going to give this person no other choice but to basically face their fears and just ask you. But I don't necessarily see you rejecting them or anything like that. I do believe that the two of you will jump into a full-blown committed relationship once this person faces their fears, okay? So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.